the great devotion of Arjun for Bhagavan Sri Krishna is evident in the words he spoke in Shloka 18. To Arjun, words spoken by Bhagavan were Amrit. Arjun said that I am still not satisfied in hearing the Amrit of thy speech. We also said that Amrit is something when taken a sip of it, one wants more and more of it and is never satisfied. That is the state of Arjun right now. So, what was the Amrit in the speech of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, which caused him to wanting it more and more and more? Simply put, it was Ishwar Gyan. Bhagavan said that neither the Maharshi nor Devata know me or my appearance in the sansar. I am unborn without beginning and I am the Lok Maheshwar. Those who know me in this way become free of all bondage of their karma. So now karma, when we can perform any karma, there are two types of karma. One is for this sansaric karma, another one is parmarth karma. The sansaric karma is all devata karma. And this is affected by all trigunatmak shaktis. By performing this sansaric karma, we cannot achieve the freedom from the bondage. We get more and more bondage, deeper and deeper into it. And when you perform the Ishwar karma, there is a way of doing that, which Bhagavan Krishna has explained in Gita repeatedly. And that involves starting any karma by taking the name of Parmeshwar, Ishwar name. And Bhagavan has said that my bhakt is the one who remembers me all the time. So the way to worship Paramatma is to remember him by the name, Naam. And before you start anything, you take the name of Paramatma, then that karma goes to Paramarth. But how many people really do that? First of all, not many people even know what Paramatma is. They have different notions, but they really don't know. Because unless, Bhagavan has said, unless I tell them, you will not know who am I. So, it's very fortunate once a person get into this marg and knows Paramatma, learns more about it, get the Naam. That is very fortunate thing. That's rare thing. And one should feel themselves to be very lucky. So those who know me, Bhagavan said, in this way that I am unborn, I'm my own boss. Nobody controls me. So they become free of all bondage from their karma. All this is what Gyan is. That's all Gyan is. Having heard the prayer from Arjun, requesting the detailed description of the glories of Ishwar, Bhagavan was very pleased and said, Shri Bhagavan Uvach.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hantate Kathayishyami Divyahyatma Vibhutayah Pradhanyatah Kuru Shrestha Nastyanto Vistarasya Me.
Bhagavan said, Kuru Shrestha, Arjun, Hant. Now, what I shall, the kash te kathayasyami, say to you, say for you, and what it is that I shall say for you, divya yatme vibhutya, the divine glories of my Atma, which is my Sarv Vyapak Dharma, Sarv Vyapakta, Sarv Vyapak Roop. That's what I'll tell you. And which one will I say for you? Pradhanyatah. The ones which are the principal ones. Not everyone, not all the glories, but only the principal glories. Why not all of them? He says he, because me vistarasya ant me asti. Ant ne asti. There is no end to my expansion. It'll take forever to tell all my vibhutis. Ishwar Sarup, being endless, can manifest at any time, anywhere, in any way. So, O the best of Kurukshreshtha, I shall now tell you my principal divine glories, for there is no end to my manifestations. So next Bhagavan says,
Ahamatma gudakesh sarvabhutashayastedah ahamadischa madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha.
Bhutanam ant evacha. He says, the simple meaning of this shlok is that, hey Gudakesh. Gudakesh is the Sambodhan or the name of Arjun. So here Bhagavan says, whatever Bhagavan is telling in this shlok is very deep jnana. So before we go into that, it is important that we understand what he is trying to say in this shlok. The simple meaning is Gudakesh. This is one of the names of Arjun, since he has conquered the sleep. Godak Ish. He is the Ish, means he is the master of sleep. Whenever he didn't need much sleep. Ahamam Atma. I am Atma. Aham Atma. I am Atma of everyone. Sarva Bhut Ashay Sthita. I am the Atma situated in the Brahmarandra of every prani. Brahmarandra is space above the palate. This is where Atma tries to hide at the time of death. However, the Devata finds and take Atma away, which is restless at time of death. See, Atma, the main seat of Atma is in the Brahmarandra. From there, it pervades the whole body. But at the time of death, there is a sankoch or retraction. So the Atma retracts from whole body and goes back into Brahmarandra. And that's where the Devata, Gandharv Devata, they come and get the Atma, carry him away to wherever it needs to go. Now there are some people who have mastered yoga, and they can bring their Atma from Brahmarandra to right here between the two eyebrows. That is the place of Chandra, moon, Chandradev, Chandrama. Those Devata, Gandharv Devta cannot go there. So they come to find the Atma and they cannot find the Atma. And they leave. Because now Atma is a higher level of Devta, which they cannot see. And these yogis have a reason to do that because they want to complete their yoga sadhana. So when the Devta has left, then they come back in the body and continue their sadhana. It's very high skill. Everybody cannot do that. So for us common people, that's what it is. Our Atma will go there and hide in there, but the Devta will go and get it from there and take away. And at that time, no Atma wants to leave because there's so much attachment to the body. So that no Atma doesn't want to leave body, so Atma is very restless. So Bhagavan is saying that the Atma situated in the Brahmarandra of all prani is thee. Because Aham Adishya, I am the beginning, and Madhyancha, the middle, and Bhutan Ant, Evacha, an end of each prani. I am the beginning of each prani, I am the middle of each prani, and I am the end of each prani. So what does this mean? It is like when we go on a journey, we meet other people in a train or bus or whatever, or plane. Neither one of us know where the other person came from, and at the end of the journey, where will they go? They will all go to different places. We do not know where others went. We only meet in the middle. So we only meet others in the middle of our life journey. People we meet in this world, we meet them in the middle of our life's journey. Because we don't know where we come from, we don't know where we are going, but only thing we know where we are. So that is the middle of the journey of our life. And that's where we meet people. And when we leave this sansar, then we will go somewhere else. Nobody else knows where we went, where we came from. So this is just unknown. In chapter 2, Shlok 28, Bhagavan said that the same thing. When he said to Arjun, before birth, beings are not manifest to our senses, and at the death, they return to the unmanifest state again. So we can only see and people during the middle, not in the beginning or the end. Where the Atma come from and where it went is not known to us. We meet only here in the middle. We do not know the Atma which is in the body. We don't know our Atma either. Here we assign a name to the Atma. We made relationships, and every day we fight with those whom we made relationships with. All the dispute happens between the people who know each other, not the people who we don't know. Okay? So take another way. We are all in the middle of our journey, and that's where we meet people, we know people, and that's where we take all the disputes happen, all the karma, all the mess happens right here. Because after we leave, we don't know, so nobody can do that. No relationship. All these relationships are not to be viewed as permanent. So whatever relationships we have today in our life, they are not permanent. They'll go away. That is why Bhagavan repeatedly said, for us not to get attached to the sansar. Not get attached in the middle part of journey, because it's going to disappear after a while. Make relationships with Him only, the relationship which is everlasting. So if we make relationship with Ishwar, then that relationship will never end. All other relationships will come to an end. And then new will start. It just cycle keeps going on and on and on. Bhagavan is telling Arjun that I am the beginning, the middle, as well as the end. Where you are coming from and where you will go, I am both, and in the middle where you are fighting, that too is I. See, Arjun is ready to go to war, fighting with whom? The people who knew, relationship, all his relation is fighting there. That's what Mahabharata is all about. So all the dispute, all the fights, everything happens right here in this sansar. And thus Bhagavan is saying, I know your beginning, I know your middle, what you are right now, and I know where you're going to be going. This means that Ishwar Shakti is everywhere. How does Ishwar know? He's got the powers, he's got Shakti. The coming of all prani in sansar, their being here and performing various karma, and in the end going away from here, is all because of I, says Bhagavan. All because of me. So, in all this, he is what? He is a nimit. It is because of him that everything is going on. Therefore, this is a naimittik vibhuti. In all this, he is the only instrumental. He is not involved in any other way. He is just instrumental. Now, in the first part of the shlok, Bhagavan said, Aham Atma Gudakeshu. That Arjun, in all prani, the vastu called Atma, in all prani, all our what we call ourselves prani, there is a vastu called Atma. The thing called Atma is I. Bhagavan says that's what I am. I am that. Here Atma does not mean Atma, what we generally say. But because of what the Atma is the Atma. Okay? Just pay attention. This is important to know. Because of what powers the Atma is in us, that is what Atma, Bhagavan is saying. An example will help us to make understand. There was a big Dev. This is a story in Punjab. There was a big Dev who was troubling everybody. And no one could do anything to him because his Atma was somewhere else, in a parrot. He put his Atma in a parrot. And they thought, we can just hit him, we will kill Dev. Nothing can be done to Dev because his Atma is somewhere else. One intelligent person figured this out and killed the parrot, thus killing the Dev. So humans are same way. The Atma situated in us, in the sansar, is due to another Atma. Bhagavan is saying that Atma is I. Due to which Atma, this Atma is situated in all the beings, he says that is I. This Atma which sustains the Atma in us, in the sansar, is the power of Ishwar, Ishwar Shakti. Now we will take an example for this. A plant is a plant because of the Shakti which maintains its form. Okay? The Shakti is the Shakti of water within the plant. If you don't have water in the plant, plant is not the plant. And if you take the water out of the plant will die. So the water or the juice, the ras, within the plant is the Atma of the plant. However, water must be applied to the plant from the outside. The juice which is within, what keeps the plant beautiful, green and growing, is due to water we apply from the outside. Similarly, the Atma of the human body, which we call Jeev, the basis for its existence is Ishwar. Without Ishwar, Shakti, this Atma cannot sustain, cannot exist. Therefore, Ishwar becomes the Atma of the Jeev. Okay? So Ishwar is Atma of the Jeev. The Atma or the Shakti which sustains the Atma of the Jeev is the Shakti of Ishwar. This is the Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar. By this Dharma, Ishwar, the Shakti of Ishwar, is not only outside like the water which is applied to the plant. Ishwar Shakti resides within all of us, the Atma of the Jeev, like the water or the juice within the plant. Without this Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar, Devata, Prapanch, nothing can exist. Everything will disappear. So Paramatma, Ishwar, has become Atma of everything. Atma of our Atma is Paramatma. That's why I call Param Atma. That's another name of Ishwar. Based on the Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar, Bhagavan tells Arjun, Aham Atma Sarva Bhuta Asya Sthita. I am the Atma which maintains and sustains the Atma or the Ashaya. The word is used here is Ashaya, which is the meaning or the purpose of the Prani Bhut. Okay? What is our Atma? What is the Atma Prani Bhut? Is the meaning or the purpose of the Prani Bhut. What is the purpose of Jivatma? That is what Ashaya is. And Bhagavan says that's I. Here the Atma of all Prani Bhut is the purpose or the meaning of them. All others have explained it in different way. Other people have explained this shlok in a different way. They say that there are two Prakriti of Ishwar, the Para and the Apara Prakriti. The Jal Prapanch is called Apara Prakriti. The 5 Bhut and 3 Gunas come under Jal Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. The body which is made up of Jal Prakriti or the Prapanch is there because of the Atma in it. Once that Atma leaves the body rots. This Atma is called Ashaya, because of which the body exists. The cause of the existence of that Atma is I, the Paramatma. This Atma of Atma is called the Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar. So Sarvatmak Dharma, which we read, is also a power or Shakti. It comes under Ishwar Shakti, Sarva Shakti Yukt Parameshwar. And that Sarvatmak Dharma is what keeps everything alive and going. If we say that it is the prani, it is the para prakriti or the maya, that will be incorrect. It's not para prakriti because of which the jar prakriti or prani bhut exists. No, it's the Ishwar Sarvatmak Dharma because of that. Because Ishwar Maya is the one of the main power of Ishwar. Okay? So it cannot be Maya. So this other explanation does not work here. The only explanation that works is that Ishwar is the Atma of the Atma, which is within us. Devta exists, and all actions of Devta are due to Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar. So Ishwar supersedes everything. An example of the Sarvatmak Dharma is, what is Sarvatmak Dharma? It's called sovereignty. It's not something you can touch or feel or see. No. It's like sovereignty, Sarvabhaumik Satta. When a judge says, by the power vested in me, there the power is that of the nation's government, not that judge who's sitting there. It's vested in him. That government is not something that we can see or touch. It is the authority or the satta. It is the authority of the government which is active. That's what's working over all the nation. When the judge leaves the bench, he is no longer the judge. Similarly, it is the power of presidency which the president exercises while he is in the office. So the sovereignty under which we all are in this sansar, everything that exists is under the sovereignty or the Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar. So Ishwar Sarvatmak Dharma is the sovereignty, is the main sovereign. Without it, nothing will exist. So Bhagavan is telling Arjun that Prapanch, Jeev, Devta, they are all due to the Sarvatmak Dharma of Ishwar. Therefore, I am the Atma of the Atma and am the cause of the creation, its existence and dissolution. Here Ishwar is the Nimit. Therefore, this is Nimittik Vibhuti. However, in everyone's existence, there is a part of his sovereignty, the Sarvatmak Dharma. Therefore, the creation, existence, and dissolution of sansar is its Anshika Vibhuti also. Is part of the power of Ishwar. Sarvatmak Dharma is Ishwar Shakti. So, Slok 20 was a little bit difficult to understand. However, I hope now we understand as to how Ishwar is the Atma of the Atma. Everything which was, is, and will be is all due to Ishwar. So now we take the next slok.
आदित्यानामहं विष्णुः ज्योतिषां रविरंशुमान् मरीचिर्मरुतामस्मि नक्षत्राणामहं शशि
Adityanam, of the 12 sons of Aditi, the 12 sons. Aditi sons are, or Surya, 12 sons. Aham, I, among them, I am Vishnu. There are 12 sons. For every month there is a sun. So out of those 12 months, I am the Vishnu. Then he says, Jyotisham, of the luminaries, the stars that shine. Anshuman, the radiant, the one which radiates, gives all the rays. The Kiran, the rays. Among them, the Ravi, the sun. Asmi, I am the sun. Sun gives radiation. Marichi, or the Tej, the strength. Marutam, of the wind. The 49 winds gods, there are 49 wind gods in Hindu literature, philosophy. And Nakshatra, among all the nakshatra, Aham, I am Shashi, the moon. Bhagavan says that among the 12 sons of the one named Vishnu is me. In it there is my Vibhuti. So, what is so special about the son named Vishnu? Since Arjun did not ask, Bhagavan did not explain as to what happens during pralaya. No? During dissolution, how does it happen? Arjun didn't ask, Bhagavan didn't say. Bhagavan only tells you what you ask. Nothing more, nothing less. Because whatever he tells you, the answer is the answer. And there is no discussion, there is nothing. You cannot argue with it. Because that is the truth. So Bhagavan Sri Chakradhar has explained this as following. He has explained about the pralaya, how this happens. There is a sun for each of the 12 months. During pralaya, all 12 suns glow with their highest intensity. But when the sun named Vishnu glows in the end, then everything burns down to ashes, that nothing exists. There's so much power in the sun Vishnu. When the Vishnu sun releases all the powers, nothing remains. In the sun named Vishnu, there is a special Shakti to destroy the sansar. So all the life on earth depends on sun and the moon. Sun provides the light and the warmth, and the moon relates to water. The sansar comes about with the heat and cold. This is why in Sanatan Dharma, all yagna, all havan start with mantra Om Surya Agni Namah. Agni denotes the sun. Then comes Om Somaya Namah. Somaya Swaha. Agneya Swaha. Somaya Swaha. This denotes the energy from the sun and the water, the som or the moon. When these are together, then comes Om Prajapate Swaha. Then the Praja and the Sansar comes about. So there is a heat of the sun and there is a coolness or the presence of the water. So if you look at some of the scientific explanation of creation, that is how the first algae starts, life form started, according to the science. So here in Vedic mantra, they say Om Agneya Swaha, or Om Somaya Swaha, then Om Prajapate Swaha. Then the Praja starts, that the life form comes about. Then after that comes Om Indraya Swaha, meaning that in sansar only the prani or the praja is of any importance is the one which is endued with Indra. Here, Indra is the man. The mind is also called Indra. So, those people who have fully developed mind, they are the praja. Without fully developed mind, you cannot do any karma. So, they say Om Agneya Swaha, Om Somaya Swaha, Om Prajapate Swaha, Om Indraya Swaha. So the sun which imparts Shakti for everything to grow, however, when the sun named Vishnu glows, it incinerates everything on the earth. This is followed by then 12 years of rain. After the 12 Surya have burned up everything, then comes 12 years of rain, what they call Musladhar. It's just rains and rains and rains. Then for 12 years the wind blows. This Vayu is called Marichi. The Vayu Marichi blows and it dries up. The earth is completely purified and the Satyug is born. So those prani who come in Satyug, they are born on the earth which is totally pure. There is no impurity, no pollution, nothing there. It's pure earth. Because the Surya has incinerated everything, all impurities are gone. Rain washed everything and cleaned everything up. And then the wind blows, post-flooding of the post-flood, the wind blows and makes everything just like makkan, just clean, man, just like cream. The dirt, the soil is beautiful. Smells very good. And that's when those who have earned the right to be born in Satyug, they are born there. So there is no illness, there is nothing there. Everything is beautiful and pure. So those bodies will never get no sickness. They don't need to eat much. They just live there for their sole purpose, what they come there for. So Bhagavan says, he's saying that Adityanam Aham Vishnu. I am the sun named Vishnu among all Aditi. Aditya. Aditya means the son of Aditi. The 12 sons of Aditi. Jyotisham Ravi Anshuman. Among luminaries, the Ravi, the sun whose rays cast on earth is I. So the sun gives us the energy, heat and the light, and in the form of rays of the sun, Ravi. When the rays of the sun fall on the earth, we get daylight. See, today's world, you have daylight bulbs, right? A lot of bulbs are just daylight. They look different. So sunlight is daylight. So the sun gives energy, heat and the light in the form of the rays of the sun, Ravi. When the rays of the sun fall, they are daylight, become daylight. The light from the glow of the fire of the sun is not daylight. It's yellow light. It's of yellow color. Then Marichi, when Bhagavan says, Marichi Marutam Asmi. In Marut or the 49 Vayus, I am Marichi. And now remember, the Marichi was the Vayu which blew to dry up all the water. I am Marichi, he says. Marichi is the Vayu which dries up the waters from the post-pralaya flood. Its power comes from Ishwar. Nakshatranam aham shashi. I am Shashi among Nakshatra. Shashi or the moon, which is also called Som, has much importance for all pranis. It is peaceful. It represents water, which is the essence of life on the earth. The vegetation grows under the daylight of the moon. Vedanam samvedasmi, devanam asmi vasava.
Vedanam samavedosmi Devanam asmi vasavaha Indriyanam manaschasmi Bhutanam asmi chetana.
Bhagavan says, Vedanam samvedasmi. Among Vedas, I am the Samved. Although there are 4 Vedas, Gita recognizes the 3 of them. In chapter 9, Shlok 17, Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, Rik Sama Yajurevacha. Rik Ved, Samved, and Yajurved. They are 3 Vedas. These have been called Traividya. Each one of them had their own Vidya. Among Vedas, the importance has been given to Samved. It is here that in each yagna, or sacrifice like they call it in English language, Shanti is done. The yagna completes with Samved. The Brahman of the Samved is called Udgata. They are also called Samvedi Brahman. There are divisions among them. They specialize in different branches of Vedas. Bhagavan is saying that my power is in the Samved. This is my Vibhuti. Devanam asmi Vasava. I am Indra among Devatas. Vasav is Indra. Another name for Indra is Vasav. The word Vasu means wealth, Lakshmi. Therefore, Vasudev is the Dev of Lakshmi. And Vasudev is the son of Vasudev. In the same way, Vasava is the one having the Vasu. Indra is the ultimate limit of all riches. That's why everybody wants to go to heaven, right? Get all the pleasure, all the riches, everything is there. So, Indra has the ultimate pleasures of the senses. In Hindu culture, the higher level of numerals start with Arab, Kharab, Shank, Padma, Mahapadma, Kuber, 9 vibhutis or 9 nidhis of Kuber, then 100 Kuber, and then comes Indra. So Indra is the master of Kuber, who is the treasurer of Indra. He is in charge of the treasury. So Bhagavan says that I am Indra among Vasava. Indriyana manaschasmi. There are 5 Jnanendriya and 5 Karmendriya. The faculty Man is above these 10 senses, is the master of 10 senses. In chapter 3, Shlok 42, Bhagavan said, Indriyebhya param manah. The Man is above all the senses, is the master of senses. Here Bhagavan says that it is so because in it there is my Vibhuti. Why is Man superior? Because there is my Vibhuti in it, my Shakti in the Man. Bhutanam asmi chetana. Now this is something we need to understand. I am the Chetan Shakti in all Prani Bhoot. The consciousness, Chetan Shakti is the consciousness in all Prani Bhoot, is my Shakti. According to Brahma Vidya Shastra, it is the part of Chaitanya which is with Jeev. This is Naimittik Vibhuti. Because of his desire, the Chaitanya put a part of it in with Jeev during creation. Since the consciousness was given to Jeev according to desire of Ishwar, it has been described in Upanishad by the example of a lame and a blind. Here the Jeev is the blind one, but the Jeev can walk, whereas the consciousness is able to see but not able to walk. So the blind or the Jeev picked up the lame or the consciousness, put on his shoulder. Now the lame shows the way to the blind. They say that this is one is called Jeev and other one is called Shiv. Ek Jeev, ek Shiv kaha. In Sansar, only the Jeev can perform karma. See, the Jeev is the blind one. He can walk, but he is blind. It can perform karma. Because performing karma, you got to act. Whereas the Chetana is not blind, but it cannot move, it cannot do anything. It's just there. So all the karma is done by Jeev under the knowledge of Chetana or the consciousness. Chetana is the eyes of the Jeev to see everything. Jeev must perform karma at all time, Bhagavan said in Gita. Whether it is sant karma or asant karma, any kind of karma, it has got to perform karma at all times, non-stop. But Jeev is unable to see. So what it is that Jeev cannot see? When we say Jeev is not able to see, what can Jeev not see? It is whether I was to do this karma. Is this karma I am supposed to do? Jeev doesn't see, he doesn't know. Or he doesn't know if he has already done this karma before. Or I already have done this karma. Or this is what I must do next. He doesn't know that either because he cannot see. Jeev does not remember what he has thought of doing in the past. Because he has no knowledge, he cannot see in the past. However, the Chetan Shakti which is attached with the Jeev in such a way that together they appear to be one. This Chetan Shakti remembers all and reminds Jeev as to what he has resolved to do in the past. This Shakti of Ishwar is the reason why Jeev cannot remain idle even for a moment. It keeps reminding Jeev, this is next, you do this now, you do this now. It's the Chetan Shakti, the consciousness. Bhagavan has said in chapter 3, Shlok 5, Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtasta karma krat. This Chetan Shakti instigates Jeev to act in performing karma. And Chetan Shakti doesn't sleep. It's always awake. So Jeev has always doing karma, something or the other, sant or asant. And that's the reason. Now you know why Bhagavan said you cannot sit even for a moment idle. You have to do karma. as long as you are alive, because Chetan Shakti is making you do that. But what kind of karma? Only in the karma that are Trigunatmak. Chetan Shakti has knowledge of the karma which are Trigunatmak karma, because Chetan Shakti itself is Trigunatmak. The karma which will cause bondage. This is because this Chetan Shakti itself is Trigunatmak. This Chetan Shakti steps back when we engage in the karma which are Nishkam karma or which are Ishwar karma and performed with the Ishwar Buddhi. Any karma which is performed with Ishwar Buddhi, Chetan Shakti does not have, the Chetan Shakti has no knowledge of it, no inkling of it. So it cannot be engaged in there. So that Chetan Shakti steps back. And Jeev is there with the power of Ishwar Gyan to perform the karma. Ishwar Buddhi. This is an Anshika Vibhuti. The Devta which has given us the body to perform karma is called Dehabhimanni Devta. Takes care of our Deha, body. The Devta whose karma we do, when the Chetan Shakti instigate us to do the karma, Devta whose karma we are doing, that is called Karma Bhimanni Devta. That Devta takes that karma and gives you fruit of the action. So there is Dehabhimanni Devta, then there is a Karma Bhimanni Devta. And there is Chetan Shakti there, engaged, instigating you to go do this, do this, do this. And those karma are for those Karma Bhimanni Devta, some Devta karma. And those Devta take that karma and decide what fruit you're going to get. And that way, that's how the cycle keeps on and on and on. It's non-stop. That Devta will accept the karma and gives the phal. The Shakti which reminds and instigate us to proceed with the karma is Chetana. That's the Chetan. That's what Bhagavan is talking about here. It is his Shakti. That's why it's his Vibhuti. Rudranam Shankarashchasmi.
Rudranam Shankarashchasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikharinamaham.
Rudranam Shankarashchasmi. Among 11 Rudra, my Shakti is in the one named Shankar. Vittesho Yaksha Rakshasam. Among the Yaksh and Rakshas, I am Vittesh, Bhagavan says, the Kuber. Vittesh is another name of Kuber. Vit is money. And Vittesh is the Ish of money. So that's Kuber. So among Yaksh and Rakshas, I am Vittesh, the Kuber. Vittesh means the Lord of the riches. Vasunam Pavaka Sasmi. Among the 8 Vasu, I am the one named Pavak. Meru Shikharas Aham. Among the Meru Parvat, I am the Meru among all mountains, Bhagavan says. All the Shikhar, among all the Shikhar, I am the Meru. Now, we will expand this meaning of this shlok a little bit. Yaksh and Rakshas were 2 races. And the third race is called Devata. At one time, Yaksh and Rakshas used to live together. The Rakshas are the ones with Tamogun. The Devta and Yaksh are Rajogun. They represent Rajogun. Who is the one that runs the money? Needs most money? Who wants most money? Is the Rajogun. Rajogun is always after pushing you towards money. Tamogun towards Hinsa. Now, today the general concept is that Kuber is a Devata. People think Kuber is a Devata. But from this shlok, it's totally different. But in Gita, Bhagavan is saying that among Yaksh and Rakshas, Kuber is higher. So among people of Rajogun and Tamogun, who are Yaksh and Rakshas? People with Rajogun and Tamogun. One is Yaksh, one is Rakshas. So among the people of Rajogun and Tamogun, Prakriti, the one having lots of money or the wealth is called Kuber. So you take the human beings of Rajogun and Tamogun Prakriti, the one who has lot of money will be Rajoguni, and that will be Kuber. So if anybody who's got a lot of riches is because of Ishwar's Shakti. Okay. Kuber is not a Devata. Instead, it is among Yaksh and Rakshas. On the other hand, Bhagavan is saying that among Rudra, I am Shankar. Shankar is the chief of Rudras. Because Shankar possesses the power to bring about Shanti. It is Shamkar. Shankar is come from Shamkar. Sham means Shanti, Kar Karak. The one who brings about Shanti is Shankar. So if two people are fighting, you bring them together and make peace, bring Shanti, you become Shankar. Because you created Shanti. So it is Shamkar, the one who gives Shanti. Bhagavan says that my Shakti is in the Rudra, which brings about Shanti. Then Bhagavan says that of the 8 Vasus, the one called Pavak, I am the one called Pavak, the one which purifies, which makes is Pavak, or the one that is fire. What is purifying agent in nature? Is the fire. Fire purify everything. You put the gold in fire, it gets more and more pure. Impurities are gone. Or the one that is fire, my Shakti is in it. Bhagavan says that my Shakti is in mountain named Meru. In this era, the mountain called Meru has been not found. Nobody knows where Meru Parvat is. Therefore, it is called an imaginary mountain. However, since it is mentioned in Gita, people at that time may have known of its existence. It is also called Sumeru. Then Bhagavan says,
पुरोधसां च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः.
Purodhans cha mukhyam mam. Bhagavan says that among the Purohit, Purodhans is among the Purohit, know me to be the chief Brahaspati. So among the priests, I am the chief. Brahaspati is the chief of all the Purohits. Skandha naam, Senani naam Skandha. Aham. He says, among the warriors of the Devata, I am Skand. He was the son of Shiv and Parvati. Skand was son of Shiv and Parvati, begotten at the request of Rati. Shiv was not willing to have a son, but Rati persuaded Shiv to have a son. And Rati, who is Rati? Rati is the consort of Kamadev. His given name of the son was Kumar. He is also known as Kartikeya, Murugan, as well as Subramanyam. He had 6 mouths. Therefore, one of his name was Shanmukh. When he became the warrior chief of Devata, he defeated all the Danav. He got victory to the Devatas. The Shakti in him is my, says Bhagwan. Because he was fighting for Devatas. Sarasasmi Sagara. And I am the ocean or the Sagar among the bodies of water. These are the Gauni Vibhuti. Here in these Vibhuti, there are Ishwar's Gun. Sagar has got Ishwar Gun. It accepts everything. Everything goes into it. It willingly takes it. It doesn't refuse any river to come into it. You can pollute all the Sagar. It takes all your pollution. It cleans itself. See? So it's Gauni, Bhagavan says, my power is in Sagar. Now, next shlok.
Maharshinaam bhraguraham giramyasmekamaksharam yajnanam japayagyosmi sthavaranaam himalayah.
Maharshinam Bhraguraham. Bhagavan says, I am Rishi Bhragu among the 7 rishis of Treta Yuga. We saw that before. 7 rishi and 4 other rishis, Sanatan Rishi, who started the... One started Nivritti Dharma, one started Pravritti Dharma. Rishi Bhragu was one of the 7 Manas Putra of Brahma. He started the Bhargava Gotra. Bhagwan says the Shakti in him to be the best, the Purohit, is me. Then Bhagwan says, Gira Masme Aksharam. Giram, or among speech. Gira bol कहते हैं speech को. This speech, what we speak is gira. Para gira. I am the akshar in all speech. What akshar? A. There is no word which does not have A in it. I am akshar. A. The syllable is in every word. This syllable is in every word. No word can be spoken without this syllable A. My vibhuti is in this vowel A. Yajnanam jap yagyosmi. This is a good thing to know. People perform many types of yajna. Among them all, The one who does the jap yagya, meaning Ishwar Naam Smaran, in him there is my Shakti. Okay? Whosoever you do jap of, you can get only their Shakti, nobody else. So, if somebody is doing jap of some other Naam, the chances are they will get that Shakti if they do it properly, according to the procedure, Vidhi. But Bhagavan says those who do jap yagna or do my Naam Smaran, my Naam jap regularly, they will get my Shakti. That's the only way to get to Ishwar. Okay? Because he says, in him there is my Shakti, because they do jap constantly, all the time. More jap you do, closer to Ishwar you get. So the jap yagna is the most powerful yagna. The jap yagna is closely related to Ishwar, because when the Naam is recited, it goes into ether, in the Akash. Or the Akash, which is called ether, and the Shakti of Ishwar in it unites it with Ishwar. You see? There is Shakti in Naam, Ishwar Shakti. When you pronounce that, speak with Gira, it goes in the ether. And nothing Ishwar as this can be destroyed by anything. So it just straight goes to Ishwar. And that's how you make contact with Ishwar, through Naam Jap. That's why it's so important. That's what Bhagavan says, among Yagna, Jap Yogasmi. I am in the Jap Yagna. That is why it is most powerful Yagna, because it goes to the most powerful that exists. This Yagna has no hinsa. You don't need any fire or anything. All you're doing is taking Naam. And when you take Ishwar Naam, that Naam itself, the voice which comes out, will not create any hinsa either. Like some people say, when you speak, the air coming out of your mouth, there are a lot of kitanu around, they die. But with the Ishwar Naam, Ishwar doesn't kill anybody. Nothing happens. So there is ahimsa. By doing the jap of Ishwar Naam, one becomes more and more like Ishwar. Okay? As described in Bhrangaruti Drishtan. You become more and more like Ishwar. More jap you do, more you get that way. Choice is yours. Bhagavan never forces to do anything. Then Bhagavan says, Sthavaram Himalaya. Among the immovable Sthavar or the Jal, I am Himalaya. Himalaya is because of his Shakti. Then
Ashwatha sarva vrikshanam devarshinaam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitraratha siddhanam kapilo munihi.
Bhagavan says, Ashwatha Sarva Vrikshanam. Among all trees, I am Ashwatha. In 15th chapter, Bhagavan will say the same thing. The speciality of Ashwatha is that it is long-lived and is also perishable. It is today but may not be tomorrow. It is a symbol of perishability because it will end. When? We don't know. The quality of Ashwatha is that it lives for a very long time and its dense canopy provides shade for all pranis. On the other hand, there is a pine tree, another tree called pine tree, we know, which grows very tall, but neither its leaves, fruits, or flowers are of any use to anybody. It is also called saru. Pine tree is also called saru. And in Punjabi is called simal. Guru Nanak says, Simal rukk saraira, ati dirag ati unch. आके जोई आस करी जाए निरासे कितु फल फिक्के फुल बकबके काम न आवही पत्तु मीठ तु नीमी नानका गुण चंगाई तंतु. Nanak says that pine tree is very big, tall. But if any bird that goes to it with the hope of building a nest is always disappointed, will never be successful. You cannot do anything in there. Its fruit and flowers are unusable, and its leaves are of no use to anybody. So he says that no matter how big you get in this world, how prosperous big you get in this world, one should have the quality of humility and sweet nature. Similarly, the branches and roots of Ashwath Vraksh, they hang down. Urdhamula Madashakha Ashwatham Prahu Rabbayam. They come down from top, which is the symbol of humility. You see, they are coming down, they are not going up like pine tree. That's a sign of humility. And birds can build their nest for very long time in there. Then Bhagavan says, Devarshanam cha Narada. And among Devarshi, I am Narad. The word Narad stands for the one who does Ishwar Bhakti at all times. Narad is always chanting name, always doing Bhakti. That's why there are Bhakti Sutra of Narad. Narad Bhakti Sutra is a book. Shastra you can read. This is a gun. Narad is revered in Vedas. The next Bhagavan says, Gandharvanam Chitraratha. Among the Gandharva Devata, I am Chitrarath. These Gandharva Devata play music at the door of Swarg and to entertain Indra and his consorts and everybody. These Devata are experts in the art of singing and playing music. That's why all these music schools, they are Gandharva Shala or something they call it, right? Like there is Swargpuri for Indra, where Devatas of Swarg live. These Gandharva Devata can create their own abode by waving their hand one way. And when they move out of there, they destroy it by moving the hand the other way. They have no fixed place. When they create their abode, everything is there. Trees come up, everything is there. When they do other way, nothing exists, they leave, go somewhere else. Chitrath is the chief devata among Gandharva. Bhagavan says, my Shakti is in Chitrarath. And Siddhanam Kapilo Muni. Among Siddh, who are the Siddh? Those who have done sadhana. They are the Siddh. I am Kapil Muni. Kapil Muni has been mentioned in Bhagavad Puran. He practiced the Adhyatma Vidya. He also enlightened his mother Devhuti. He is mentioned in many of the scriptures. Now we go to next slok.
उच्चैः श्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्.
In this slok, in all of which have been mentioned, whatever have been mentioned in this slok, there is Anshika Vibhuti. Meaning that in them some guna of Ishwar is present. So, Uchchai Shrava is the celestial horse and is said to be the horse of Vishnu. It was begotten by churning the ocean of the milk, Shir Sagar. It came out as one of the 14 gems with the Amrit. Came along with the Amrit. These 14 gems came out of the Shir Sagar. Similarly, the mighty elephant named Airavat came out of the ocean churning. The Shakti in them come from my Shakti, Bhagavan says. There are Anshika Vibhuti. In the same way, Naranam Chan Naradhimam. He says, among men, who is the king is I. Here, the bhav or the notion is that when the power in a king to rule his people, his subjects, is pure and is of just nature, I am in it. If at any time that power gets corrupted, my Shakti disappears. My Shakti is there only if the king is an ideal king. So here what happened in Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, they become corrupt. So where did the Ishwar Shakti go? Pandava. You see? Say my Shakti is always only where there is just nature of the ruler. Then he says,
आयुधानामहं वज्रं धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः.
Ayudhanam aham vajra. Among all the ayud or the shastra, I am the vajra. In Rig Veda, it is described as the weapon used by Indra to defeat the Asuras. In Bhagavad Puran, it is said to have been made from the spine of Rishi Dadhichi. It is said to act like a thunderbolt and has the toughness of diamond. Bhagavan says that the guna of Vajra is due to me. This is my Gauni Vibhuti. Then he says, Dhenu Namasmi Kamadhuk. I am the Dhenu or the cow named Kamdhenu. It is the cow in the Swarg. It is also called Kamdhenu. Here, Dhenu means to milk the cow. Dhenu means milk the cow. The act of milking the cow is Dhenu. And Kam means whenever you desire to do so. So anytime you want, you can milk the cow, you get milk. Your desire will be fulfilled by the Kamdhenu. So it is the cow which can be milked any time you wish to do. This quality in it is due to my Shakti, says Bhagwan. Next, Prajanas Chasmi Kandarpa. I am the Kandarp, meaning Kamdev, in procreation, according to the Shastra. When Vishaya Vasana arises in humans, it has two faces. One for the sensual pleasure and the other for procreation. Prajanan. Bhagavan says that my Shakti is in the desire for procreation only. Then he says, Sarpanam Asmi Vasuki. Among snakes, I am the snake named Vasuki. Here we need to understand that in old Hindu Shastra, there is mention of two lineages, two jati. One is called Sarp and the other is called Nag. These people lived like human beings. For example, there was a Sarp named Takshak who poisoned Parikshit. He built a town called Takshila. See, they are human beings actually. They could take a form of some other, they had power, so they could take another form and be that. That's how Takshak came with the flower, the story goes. But he was a human being. He made Takshila. So, person named Takshak belonged to Sarp lineage. There were markings of Sarp on their body. Now there was a Nag Jati also, which is in the next shlok.
Anantaschasmi naganam varuno yadasamaham pitrunam aryama chasmi yama sanyamatamaham.
Anantaschasmi Naganam. Bhagavan says that among the Nag, I am Anant. So Nag was also lineage of humans. A Nag created the city called Nagpur. Many different puja are performed in the name of Nag named Anant. And Varunonam, Varuno Yad Asmiham. Yadasa are the creatures who are living in the water. They are creatures who live in the ocean and any other water bodies. And their head devata is called Varun Devata. Bhagavan says that my Shakti is in Varun Devata. Pitranam Arima Asmi. This is about the Pitr Devata. In Hindu Dharma, there is belief that the departed ones become Pitar. In Christians also, they believe they'll all go to heaven and meet there, right? So Hindu believe they become Pitar. For them, there is a fortnight set aside in the year which is called Pitar Paksha. After death, the Jeev goes away according to his karma. However, on the 11th day after the death, Hindus perform a ceremony called Sapindikaran. In these rituals, men of the family go to the river. There, the eldest son makes a pind of the departed using the boiled rice, and then makes the pind of other departed ones of the family, whatever he can remember as far he can do. Then the priest recites the mantra and takes the pind of the recently departed one and mixes with the other pinds. This is called sapindikaran. The meaning here is that for the 10 days after death, the departed one remains a pret yoni. And during this period, the mourning period he remains unclean. Now the dead has become Pitar, therefore his name is added to the list of the Pitar. He is now registered as a Pitar. The son of the priest both then take a dip in the river with their clothes on, and then these clothes are given away in dan. Now the Pitar Devata keeps track of these who are departed, according to the Hindu belief. So during the Pitri Paksh, when Shraddh is performed in his name, the food offered gives to Pitri Devata, not to the person who you are offering for. It goes to Pitri Devata. And the Devata who is Pitri Devata is called Aryama. Bhagavan tells Arjun that my Shakti is in Aryama. Aryama can only perform this because of my Shakti in him. Yama and the Yam, I am also Yam in the Yam Devata. Yam Devata is named Chitrarath. The Devata keeps the order and punishes the one whenever need to be punished. So we'll stop it today. We'll continue the rest of in the next time. Sri Krishna Arpan.